Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right, do right, do right.
And welcome to a brand new episode of Anecdotally Arguments. I am your host again today. First time in a long time. Jay Fry, and with me is Sean. How's it going, Sean?
It's another happy Monday, I guess.
Is it a happier Monday since I'm here?
Well, it takes the load off. I'll give it that.
And then Garrick. How's it going, Garrick?
And for a second there, I thought you were going to forget about me. Thanks for
Jay
not
Fry?
ditching us this time.
Can't forget about you. Yeah, I was big time you with my my other job, which actually pays the bills. For those of you who don't know, I missed the last 2 weeks due to having to work. For those of you who don't know, why you gotta hurt me like that? How did you not notice? It's hurtful. So today's anecdotal: the world is bound up tighter than Biden on an all-cheese diet. I hope that's not a thing. We're going to be talking about Biden and not talking about diets in particular.
Oh, we might talk some food diets and stuff.
There's all sorts of shit we might talk about, but I don't know about anything in particular that we got etched in stone or anything.
I was going to say, format is not our forte, so...
I'll pull a Yui like an evergreen ship. Don't get me started.
Make a 3-point turn in a really narrow canal.
So what happened with that? Like, I didn't follow this at all, really. Like, I didn't know there was a difference between the evergreen blockage in the Suez and the evergreen blockage in Taiwan until.
Was that Taiwan or was that mainland China? I didn't really read it.
I believe it was in Taiwan, and that's just because Neo covered it in one of his. Oh yeah, fuck you, Neo! Quit airing on Monday nights, buddy. Buddy.
What's he gonna do? Take 2 or 3 of our 6 watchers?
Something like that. Speaking of, I was watching J. Edgar earlier, and Nephilim was in there, and I'm like, motherfucker better be on my show later. But,
Did you tweet
is
it
Evergreen? Huh?
Did you tweet
I
it?
tweeted it out, but he's not in my list.
Oh.
I don't think he's on Twitter.
Fair enough.
I got Margie and that other chick. And, you haven't seen that fucking Gabe Tran guy. I haven't seen him in a while. That little Asian feller.
I haven't seen him in a while either.
Yeah. Or that one French guy who interrupted everybody with more important things. Forget his name. So I don't even know where this Suez Canal is. Also not my forte, geography or knowing what forte means.
The Suez Canal is in Egypt.
So it's like a sister to the Panama Canal? Like the same thing?
Well, it's the same thing, just in a completely different location.
Oh, wait, so Panama Canal's not in Egypt? No, but it's the same, like...
Yeah, so so you use the Panama Canal so you don't have to go all the way around South America. And then you use the Suez Canal so you don't have to go all the way around Africa. You can go from the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean, but I forgot what that body of water is called. That's right there by Somalia. Because you got to go by Somalia to get into the Suez Canal.
Oh.
So hang on. I want to say it's not the Red Sea, is it? Might be the Red Sea. I don't know.
Gulf of Tonkin.
Hang on. Let me get the globe up here. Spin on over there. Yeah, the Red Sea. So it goes between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea before you get out to the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. So a lot of the shipping goes up through there to Europe as opposed to going all the way around Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a shortcut. And the Suez Canal kind of jumps through in a weird spot where you go through the Gulf of Suez, and then you've got just a little bit of jump from there that you go, and then you get just to the eastern side of the Nile Delta and come into the Mediterranean. Saves a ton of time on shipping when it's not blocked up like an impacted colon.
So do you know what happened? Did like an engine go out, or
I don't know what the root cause was, but it got sideways and then got mired in the muck. Because it's apparently a really, really, really big cargo ship.
yeah, I mean it's got. Figure out max capacity. Each of those are 54,000 pounds, and they're what, 3 deep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's already 45, 48, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 10. Yeah, so there's 75 on top deck. 75 times 50,000. Just for like, I mean, a container could be full, but it could be split into 2 containers once it gets somewhere else, just to, for space versus cost. It's my math's right. A fuck ton of weight.
It's a fuck ton of weight. It's a
yeah.
But more importantly, what it's doing is it's backing up like several hundred other of its contemporaries from going that route behind it.
It's a boat. Fucking hit it. What the shit, man? What, apparently the Suez Canal needs to be cleaned out. Is that what needs to happen? Because there shouldn't be fucking gunk in the canal. It literally gets drained and emptied like multiple times a day. Because it used to be a 2-way street, Evergreen. Well, 2 one-way streets, but same thing.
Yep. And I don't know if it's on the southern part or if it's on the northern part. I have no idea.
Well, it's facing right, so you figure it's going. I have no idea.
Well, like the much like the Panama Canal, there's like a lake or several lakes in between during the run, so that in case something like this happens, people can turn around and go the other way or whatever is necessary. But I have no idea if this is like on the southern part that's actually called Suez or if it's on the northern part. I have no idea. Anywho,
lock lakes?
Kinda like locks, but yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know what the elevation change the Suez has to go over. I'm not exactly an expert on it because I don't know that I'll ever go anywhere near there. So, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, no. I don't like car bombs, so I'm a stickler.
Yeah. However, you might end up in Ireland one day, and that would be ironic.
It's not 1984. I think I'm good. Not really just shying away from Protestants right now. Yeah, why the fuck would I go to Ireland?
I don't know.
Well, not North Ireland anyway. When they go, let me see. Where the hell's the spelling error? Is it an irrelevant? I don't know how to spell irrelevant.
It's an irrelevant. It's supposed to be IRRELEVANT. Elevant. I put an I in there instead because I are dumb.
You is no good at English. Yeah, I don't know how to spell irrelevant. I also don't know how to spell realize. I don't know if it's an S or a Z because I read too many English books. And roll. You go back. You got our America.
America.
Saw the clusterfuck that was Beauty and the Beta. That was nice. Them being a half hour late.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get to watch it live because they were late.
Yeah, they adapted well.
Nice that middle part. But you know what? I didn't see Matt muting himself a bunch when Blonde couldn't make it back. Professionals.
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. I was saying. Didn't think I was leading you down a road or anything. I pretty much called you out on it.
Fair enough.
So Crowder talked about the George Floyd incident and the opening arguments were today, which were so fucking boring. It's good lord, it was boring.
Well, it's not like it's going to be an episode of fucking Perry Mason or some shit.
At what point does Angela Lansbury get to get in there and interrupt somebody? That's what I want to know.
Jessica Fletcher caused more death and murder than most serial killers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I loved Murder, She Wrote. Like,
everywhere that woman went, death follows.
Yeah. It's like, you know what, Monk? I'm going to stop hanging out with you. A lot of people seem to get killed around you.
Pretty much.
You know, like, it's like almost as bad as a red shirt on Star Trek. Like, sir, I really need a promotion before this trip. Down to the surface of the sun planet. Because I'm the first one off this boarding. And I think I'm going to burn up in the atmosphere, honestly, sir. You could not do that. That'd be great. But apparently, this freaking Donald Williams fella, oh man, I saw them interview or not interview, but not depose really because it was the actual witness. But the level we ended up learning about the 911 call center was literally, word of the day, egregious. Like, there for no reason did we need to go into that much detail on either goddamn side of it. Like, can you not just assume what a 911 operator does? Answer 911 calls? Like it literally should have been, will you please read the transcript? And that's all necessary. We need to go into her background, the call center's background, the efficacy of the call center, the 2 years of pre-call center training that goes into your call center training. Good Lord. It was not necessary. The only thing they skipped over was the date, which was self-evident. I'm like, all of this is self-evident, actually, if you look at it. See that? That's the caller. See that? That's the operator. It doesn't need to be explained any further than that. Just fucking read it. Oh.
What do you think the chances of a fair and honest verdict?
None. There's none. I watched the defense attorney, who goes first, by the way, and they get 2 bites at it. They go first and they go last, which is weird because usually it's the state that goes first and last. But in this trial, I
Well,
don't know, because
the defendant always goes last for closing. I'm pretty sure.
No.
No?
No, my degree is in criminal justice.
Okay.
And that hasn't changed in the last. Like, there's some things that changed, like internet laws and stuff, but this hasn't changed. But apparently it's by state. But all the mock trials I've had, the state goes first and last.
That's a bit of an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I guess. But
the state is bringing the claim, so it would make sense that they go first. Because they're the ones bringing the charges, bringing the claim, so they would have to articulate that up front.
I agree with that.
But you would think that the defense would go last because they're defending. So when it comes to closing, you would think they would close last.
Yeah, I feel like it should be that way too. Like, yeah, you went first when you opened, so you should be the first to close.
Right.
Like, this backwards thing is kind of bullpucky. What's Mandarin for malarkey? That's what I do.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden will learn Mandarin from malarkey by the time he gets done with Xi Jinping. But no, it's a little bit unfair, and it goes both ways. Now, unless that's changed, which it could, I guess. But yeah, he tried to the argument from authority fallacy. There was one autopsy, and it was done by the Hennepin County Examiner, and then it was reviewed by Dr. Bodden, who could tell you the exact time he was choked out at by watching a tape. He didn't even look at the fucking body. And then he also has expert testimony from the person who taught the Hennepin Medical Examiner. But all of the defense attorney's evidence was headlines and statement. None of it was factual. It was all from emotion, which that's fine and whatnot. But the prosecuting attorney is not playing that game, which is a shame because you need to. But at least on one point, they agree that they will not be likening George Floyd to Jesus Christ, as one witness claimed.
Okay.
So, at least there's something going on there that's not complete. Oh, it's going to be an atrocity because they allowed a expert witness, apparently in some form of wrestling and mixed martial arts, to claim that the knee on the neck, which is spine, which at best could be called a compression choke, and that's at a stretch, was quoted as saying that Officer Chauvin gave a blood choke, even though they literally in the autopsy pulled up his Floyd's dermis to look for bruising on the spine and the back of the neck and the muscles, and they found none. And the death was labeled an overdose from the drugs that were repeatedly taken, and literally he passed out in the vehicle. And the two other people in the car tried to escape by calling other people and telling them they couldn't wake him up. And they need to get out of there because Chris Martin, apparently is the man's name, who accepted the fake 20, came out twice to the vehicle asking him to give back the cigarettes and pay with actual money from the counterfeit. No, he did everything he could to not escalate it, and George Floyd was a piece of shit.
Well, that won't be admissible.
Nothing I say will be admissible. But, well, it could be. If anybody goes out of their way to Saint Floyd, that'll open it up to other character evaluations, possibly from the police force. One thing that is important that everybody seems to keep lying about. George Floyd held the gun to a pregnant woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He did not point a gun at the pregnant woman's belly. That was another man. However, he held the gun on a pregnant woman in front of her child. Is she less dead if he pointed the gun at the belly? No. There is no friendly way to point a gun at somebody. And none of it's redeeming. You're still a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, that's why I just have exactly zero shits to give about this trials, because it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and they're going to draw whatever conclusions they're going to draw. And the riots will happen one way and or the other.
Oh, absolutely. There is no getting out of riots. So, which Arab do you want to talk about now? We got two to choose from. You want the white guy or the Asian guy? Oh no, technically he's probably white too, because the attackers were black, so he can't be counted as Asian. So the white guy or the white guy?
Let's go with the white guy.
Okay, which one?
It doesn't matter. They're white.
What's a fucking super, by the way?
What?
What's a super? King Super? What's a super?
Okay, it's King Supers.
SOOPER. What the hell is that?
It's just their brand name for Kroger. It's literally a Kroger store, but so Kroger's in California are called Ralph's. Kroger's in Arizona are called Fry's. Kroger's in Colorado are called King Supers.
What the fuck is a Supers? As a supermarket, that upsets me even more. Yeah. In Minnesota, yeah. Mike Hawk says there was a way to skip the riot. Schedule the trial so that the verdict comes out when it's 30 below outside.
That might still happen depending on how adept the lawyers are at delaying and dragging this shit out.
Oh yeah, there's 55,000 documents involved. So
yeah, this could go all year, and that's probably the best bet, is to wear everybody the fuck out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just drag it out as long as possible.
I mean,
make people
Casey
not
Anthony
give a
was
shit.
relatively short at like 3 months, but O.J. Simpson took 6 months.
Well,
Didn't help that was in California.
How long was Jodi Arias' nonsense? That seemed to be like a couple of years all said and done.
Well, said no, yeah. She was too pretty for the death penalty.
She's still alive.
Nah, I was just kidding about that. But all right, yeah. So
we can go down. Come on by. We'll go down to Florence. I'll let you see her.
Was that an Arizona thing?
Yeah.
While we're there, can I meet that guy that got hit in the nuts with the tear gas?
Oh, pepper balls? Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
Somewhere around Phoenix. I mean, come on.
Well, I think I don't know if that guy was a local guy or if he was somebody that came over from California for the riots.
What? You don't know if the guy in the Raiders outfit was local or not?
Dude, there's so much Raider Nation out here that it's disgusting.
Oh,
they are just
really?
the
That's interesting.
dumbest fucking people.
Arizona. They don't have a team, do they? Arizona.
Cardinals. We have the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's a baseball team, bro.
It's also a football team. Ironically, they both Cardinals used to be in St. Louis, but the football Cardinals moved out here in '88, and the baseball Cardinals are still there.
What?
Yeah.
I do not recall a Cardinals football team.
Yep. The Cardinals football team was in St. Louis until the late '80s.
What
came out here and became the Arizona Cardinals?
Louisiana always confuses me. I mean, they're the Saints, but they got the fleur de lis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Well, I only pay attention to Super Bowls, so I forgot what Detroit's team was called. Because they don't go to Super Bowls.
Not since who did they have? They had Walter Payton, didn't they? They had...
Yeah, we have some like the best players in the league. We had Barry Sanders. We had that's another thing is like the older generation still wears Sanders jerseys, and like occasionally you'll catch a Republican in a Sanders jersey, and they'll be like, "What? Are they for Bernie?" It's like, no, come on now,
come on, man.
Like, if you see someone from Green Bay wearing a green shirt, they're not Green Party. Man. It's fine. It's Kevin Green. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, I hate it. Drag it out till December. Bail Little Mogadishu out with Texas. God bless it, man. Yeah, this shooting was man, they had it up in arms for this. Of course, they let the white person. This is exactly what happened with Harambe. You guys remember Harambe, right? It's that the other black guy. No, they raised a fuss and said if that was a black kid, they'd have found time to tranquilize Harambe. But it
That's pretty funny.
It was a black kid, and they fucking shot Harambe because Harambe had time on Hillary. Speaking, oh god, did you hear about the fucking Clinton, the women's initiative hosted by
Bill Clinton?
Well, no, it's hosted by Camilla, and her fucking guest for women's empowerment is Bill Clinton. Like, you couldn't have found a woman? Good fucking god, man.
Well, they don't want to showcase how close... I mean, they did and they didn't. They didn't want to showcase how close Kamala is with the Clintons by actually having Hillary there because that would set off too many alarm bells. But they figure that those in the know will get the hint that, oh, well, she's got Bill, therefore she's close to the Clintons and we can support her in that. But if she was to bring Hillary on, that would be too close to the mark, and people would already start freaking out that that's who Kamala's VP is going to be, which, let's not fake the funk. When Kamala takes over for Joe, which is about 90 days away, that's who she's going to make her vice president. And then, mysteriously, Kamala will die.
April, May, June. Yeah, it's about 90 days. I figure right around 1st of June. Yeah. I would have done Hillary and Michelle. Sneak a dude in there, but under the radar. Fucking. Wait, they could have done Levin. What the fuck? The trans doctor. At least. I saw a bunch of funny tweets about it though. Like, and,
did that thing get confirmed or not?
Yeah.
Like, and full confirmation by the full Senate or just out of committee?
I think full. Because right afterwards, Hirono came out and said, what the fuck did she say? Anyway, something she put a kibosh on any further, unless something happened. I think it was gun control or something. I don't particularly remember. But unless this gets put out there, they're not going to confirm anybody to to the cabinet, except for women and minorities. And I'm like, huh? What, white women? So literally you're just holding up white men at this point. All minorities, all women, so white men is what you're saying. Like, pretty PDQ.
Well, that's because Maisie Hirano is
Johnson,
literally the dumbest window licker in the Senate.
It's just fucking absurd, man.
She's
Maisie
so
Hirano's an idiot.
Fucking
I am
stupid.
ashamed of how stupid some of these people are.
Oh my god, yeah. She is just the dumbest paint eater in DC. I mean, and that's saying something because
Johnson, Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yeah, I mean, there's contenders that can go to those can go to that, but not
now. I don't really have that
as...
problem with AOC because of her star power. Like, she's got some star power. She came out of nowhere. She was an underdog. She took it all, and America loves a good underdog story. Okay, now kick her out. We know what she's up to now. She's an idiot. Send her packing. But Tammy Duckworth was another one who jumped on that bandwagon. And was it about the women's flight suits? Maybe no, it wasn't the women's flight suits. I want to say gun control though. Fucking stupid. It's all so stupid. All of it's dumb. Yep. Oh god, it's crazy.
It is.
But oh man, they're so fucking like. There's dumb, and then there's so dumb they make Garrett look smart, and that just hurts. You still up, buddy?
I'm trying to restrain myself.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. Restrain yourself. It's just, it is kind of infuriating.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, this poor white guy that lost his life in D.C.
Yeah, honestly, what he moved here in 2014, so
now he's Pakistani, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah. But you know we can't his racial status and being an immigrant and anything, it has to be just flatly ignored when it comes to this crime because you know the perps were special.
Yeah, well,
precious, if you will.
Precious in one way or another. Fat black women is what we're saying. Both of them look 25. Apparently they were 13, 15. And, oh my God. The most goddamn like, the names were so stereotypical, you would think they were made up. Like, just shy of LaDasha. But they're minors, so we won't name them. Just kidding. Kiki and Little Ray Ray. That's who they were. Fucking giblets. That's who they. No. I don't have their names like off the top of my head, but they were Africanized names. So I'm pretty sure they weren't fathers of the Holmes. But yeah. So their defense on Twitter.com is that Lord is that his that he grabbed the wheel and is responsible for the crash. So basically, he killed himself.
Right. That's not whose foot was on the gas, whose foot was on the brake.
No one's was on the brake, by the way. No. No, nothing. My guess is they steered into the other vehicles to scrape him off.
Probably.
Yeah, that's how that works. Because in general, you don't try to crash your own vehicle to get people out of it.
Right. Well, and to be fair, I mean, Blonde had a point. Let it go.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I get why you didn't, but the smart move would have been to just let it go because it's a car. They'll find it.
Yeah, it's not worth your life.
It's not worth your life. It's it's. I mean, I don't know if you have to pay for the Uber Eats deliveries that didn't make it to their destination or not, but yeah, it's not worth. It wasn't worth what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's a fair point. But again, let's not blame him for that. Let's blame them for that because they caused it all.
I don't know. I mean, because you were responsible for your reactions 100% of the time. And what he did was not necessarily something I wouldn't do, like fight for my car, but he didn't do it the right way. So that is his fault. But also not being situationally aware of Utes coming up on you. You're Uber Eats, so you didn't get taken into the seat or anything. You didn't have your doors locked in DC. That's a your fault thing. Especially coming from Pakistan. But one thing is, America and his GoFundMe are going to be much better padded than they would be in Pakistan. So he will be providing for his family after his death, unlike in Pakistan, unless he blew himself up for the cause. I am an American, and I am a big fan of immigrants. I have immigrants as recently as my great-grandfather on my father's side. My grandma's dad came from Canada, so he apologized for that, of course. But those...
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about that. Came from Canada. You guys got any Tim Hortons right here? I'd like to spend my dollar. But you never know how you're going to react until you're in the situation, unless you practice for the situation. Even then, you can make the wrong choices. Their fault for it, but dude, you got dragged.
Yeah, well, it's their fart for creating the situation to begin with.
Mm-hmm. That's felony murder. Yeah. Commission of a felony, a death, felony murder. But you won't see that in most of the headlines out there.
Nope.
Accident. Just remorseless little shits, too.
Well, yeah. It's not like they had any, accountability for their own actions ever.
Mm-hmm. And my brother stole my dad's car at 15, and he crashed it 20 miles from home and had to walk home. And the police woke my dad up at 6 a.m. About his vehicle. My dad's like, "What's going on now?" I'm like, "Uh-oh." And so yeah, he's come in, officers, and he invites them in, and he goes and he wakes. I was waking up at the time because I had school, and he goes by and he lifts my my blanket up. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you want from me? And he puts it down, and he lifts my brother's up. My brother's 7, and he lifts my brother. He goes, "You asshole!" And he walks downstairs, and he explains that he'd been drinking the night before, and he might have left his keys in the car when he got home. This is like 1989, by the way. and it must have been taken from the front yard. And I realized about 10 minutes later that my brother had stolen my dad's car and crashed it 20 miles from home. I don't know about how you joyride. I don't joyride 20 miles from home. I don't joyride, period, but like, yeah, I would probably go around the block if I was going to do a joyride. I'm not going where anybody else can see me. That's for damn sure. I'm going to crash into something local.
I crashed into the garage at home when I was 14 and took the car for a joyride.
I never did it. I never did a joyride. Basically, my parents would let me drive whenever I wanted, so joyriding was not a thing I did. But I was 17 and I got in an accident, and I scraped. It was middle of winter, and I was in my dad's truck, and I hit a snow mound, and it caused me to skew. And it was emergency conditions on the roads for those of you who live in places like Arizona. Now, I know you've lived in other places, but emergency snow means you get your car off the street so they can plow. And this was emergency conditions, and somebody was parked on the street. Fucking turns out the car was dropped off to the guy that day from the dealership. He didn't even know his car was there. That's lame anyway. But it had like the sticker still in the window, and I feel bad. So I hit the snowbank, and it causes the front end to skirt over, and I trash the entire back half of his like all the quarter panel and everything. No damage to my dad's truck, but my brothers are such pieces of shit. I was not about to put this on my dad in case somebody saw anything. So it's 1 a.m, knock on the door, let them know, and they're like, son of a bitch. It's also like 1998, 1997, somewhere in there, because that's my 17. And you know, they called the police, and I didn't get in any trouble whatsoever. They were happy that I stopped. And he got the ticket for being in the snow emergency. My dad didn't get anything on his in his insurance, and you know, that was that. And my dad came pick me up in my mom's car, and he drove that home. I drove mom's car home. I'm like, I don't want to get in a second accident today. But you know, and that's how I was a hero that day. But
and everybody clapped.
And everybody, dude, I fuck. It couldn't have been a newer car. Like, he didn't even
Yeah, but it was a 90 something K car.
Dude, I had a 1980 something K car. Not technically, but
garbage.
But yeah, the fucking floorboards rotted out, and there was a hole. But they had a cloth back from a completely different car put on it. And it caused the rear windows that weren't actual windows, you know, like they didn't roll down, but you could see out of them, to become mirrors. It was just this fucking Frankenstein of a vehicle. And I went to Pennsylvania on a bus, and like it ended up the car got fucked up. I ended up having both the turn signals ended up being Mountain Dew lights because of quarter panel damage. Because like it's the car we used to teach all our friends to drive, and it was like a gift to me by somebody else, and I had to drive it because I was in between cars at the moment. And I parked in like the wrong parking area, and they towed it. And I get back, and I'm like, oh, the car was stolen. So I call the police, report it. My dad picks me up, and I get home, and they found it like 2 days later, and they're like, they totaled it. I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I go down there, no additional damage. Like, they just towed it. And they said it was totaled. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like,
here's your $8.
Yeah, no, they, it was like something with my, like, because it was stolen and, like, there were damages, and inconveniences. I got $3,000 for it. And I'm like, that was a free car. thank you. Like, I tried to explain to him, like this was a lot, and I was free. And they're like, well, with your coverage. I'm like, well, whatever. Okay, I'm done arguing with you.
That happened with my stepdaughter's first car. She bought it for like $800. It was a complete piece of garbage. We probably spent $400 fixing it up a little bit. She had it for about 2 weeks and then got into a wreck making a left in front of somebody in traffic. And so for $1,200 total into this car, the insurance company cut us like a $4,500 check. I'm like, you made out like a bandit on this.
Yeah. My brother, by the way, my little brother, got like a perfect score on his driving test, like both parts. This little fucker's been in more accidents than anybody I know. Well, my uncle, but he's diabetic and lies about it. But he bought a Ford Focus, like a relatively new Ford Focus, and wrecked it. And his insurance provided him with a replacement car at one model year newer. And he ended up getting like 3 2013 Ford Focus. Like every year it would go up a year, and like he kept replacing it with the same vehicle because it wasn't worth what it was. But I'm like, dude, you're single-handedly wrecking the market. Buy another goddamn car. He's like, I got parts for this car. Like, by the time you end up with this, you're gonna have a brand new car, and you're gonna wreck it. Oh, freaking retard! That's enough diversion. So we talked about the idiot. Actually, the assumptions of this is astounding to me. The white people and them not getting shot. Like, when will you stop jumping to conclusions, you assholes that are never right?
They never will. They'll never stop because their worldview demands a certain thing to be true, even when it's not true.
When
Right,
it's proven not.
Especially when it's not true. They must demand that it be true.
You going for a trip?
Just ridiculous.
It's and Annie Siskind, she's one of the fucking worst, man. Every time something happens, she's out there with gun control and blaming white dudes. But do me a favor, Google mass shootings in Chicago. And you'll see how they fuck it up. They'll tell you like they won't give you Chicago per se, but they'll give you Illinois. But it's only Chicago. And I believe it's like 67 or something like that. 42 dead, 302 wounded. And that was just in 2020. But they're going to tell you that disadvantaged white, not even disadvantaged, crazy white men are the leading cause. Because they specifically say shooting events, 3 or more victims, or 4 or more victims, because usually in a
oh god, how bad does this gotta suck? One of the 10 victims killed in Monday's King Soopers mass shooting was from suburban Chicago.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh. We're not kind to do. Good lord. Can you imagine? I'm going to go to Boulder. It's safer than Chicago, and you get gunned down in fucking Boulder. Good lord.
Boulder, the second whitest city in Colorado, minus Aspen. And that's just because the help's not allowed to stay in Aspen.
That's rough.
Good God. But But yeah, you won't hear about Chicago violence on the media. You never do. But it is a thing, and they specifically finagle it in a way that it excludes gang violence, which is usually one person shot and somebody injured, not necessarily killed, but the one person that was shot at and one collateral damage. But now it's groups of people, so it's roughly 2 people shot and another person injured. Is what it statistically boils down to, so they can get the most out of it. And of course, all statistics start at September 12th, 2001, for some reason.
Odd that.
I mean, it says a Somali goes on vacation in Nebraska, gets killed by a guy with a hook hand and a peg leg.
Oh,
But so in this unique situation, when an Arab shoots up a store like Supers or a nightclub like Pulse, they are white guys. Now, if that same guy's daughter gets her hijab pulled at Muhammad Ali Day School, it's an anti-Asian hate crime because they count Asians, the 1.3 billion from China, the 1.4 billion from India, and everything all the way up until Mecca as Asian. So any sort of camel jockey references, anti-Asian hate. Even though
wait a minute. I got something. I got the solution. The solution is that all of this anti-Asian hate vented at Russians is nothing but a hate crime.
yeah, like if you're a Slav, do you count as Asian hate or anti-Asian hate? Yeah, like if it's committing the crime, an Iranian is white. If they're the recipient of a crime, the Iranian is Asian. Even though Iranians, the name Iranian is the root of Aryan, where the Iberians sprouted. It's fucking ridiculous, and there's so many loops to jump through. It's Schrodinger's victim, like that. When the perpetrator is both white and not white at the same time. Open the box and find out.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, it's just
Answer? Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Well, and I mean, we've been having this argument for 40 years now. I mean, it was so bad that, I mean, even Reagan had to make the comment, we need to stop blaming society for every crime and start blaming the perpetrators.
Yeah, well, Reagan's responsible for a lot of that, getting rid of the mental health institutions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all good, but, I mean, it's nothing new under the sun is really what it boils down to, except now that we're hyper-focused on racial characteristics for some reason. Gee, I wonder what brought that on.
Eddie goddamn Murphy. No, I still haven't seen Coming to America.
I still haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Coming to America.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first one is called Coming to America.
Coming to America 2? 2 Coming to America? I don't know what the fuck it's called.
2 Coming to America.
That's too fast. Too good. That was like the 4th one. was Too Fast, Too Furious. Because the second one was Tokyo Drift. By the way, stop casting that fucking guy in movies. He's awful.
Which one? Vin Diesel?
No. Well, no. I am rude. No.
I am rude.
Is it Black? Is that his name? Lucas Black?
I have no idea. I've literally never seen a Fast. I have never seen a Fast and Furious movie, and I don't intend to ever.
Why? I know he's in it, but I saw Legion the other day, and he was in it, and he was just terrible. Read an editorial that mentioned Kamala Harris visiting Asian community leaders in Atlanta because Rub Tug shooting.
Robin Tug.
Robin Tug shooting. And said Harris, who is Asian, oh god, weird, talkie TV suits that told me she was black. Yeah, weird. Yeah, she's whatever she needs to be at the time she needs to be.
Talk about Schrodinger. She's Schrodinger's VP.
Schrodinger's whore.
She's whatever she needs to be at the time.
Yeah, when she's better yet, fuck her. I hate her. God damn it. Diz, who very poorly decided to back Harris for president. Not back Harris, but she said Kamala Harris is going to be president. Looks like she's going to get her way, which sucks for me because I don't like when she's right. I prefer to be right. Just Schrodinger's minority. That's what it is. Diverse, plenty. Yeah. But also keep in mind that she's half Indian, but she's not half black. Like, her grandparents were black and white, so she's only a quarter black. So that minority is not as minority as it is minority. Sometimes she's the president, sometimes she's a VP. Yeah, that's freaking accurate.
Yeah, no kidding.
Diz sent me a...
Hey, Garrick, you want to shut the rednecks up for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Diz sent me a link to... they're now trying to make it more clear that it's the Biden-Harris administration, which has never been done before. And I'm like, damn, they've been kind of pushing that since day one. Yeah, they've accidentally said Harris-Biden administration. So, geez,
well, I mean, there was a lot of Trump-Pence
around election time, but not outside of election time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm trying to think. Was there any Bush Cheney? There was some Bush Cheney.
Again, around election time, but this was like
when they wanted to blame Cheney for something, they would always refer to it as Bush Cheney.
I don't recall a lot of Trump-Pence administration, but I have seen a lot of Biden-Harris administration.
Well, I mean, everybody who's paying attention at all realizes that it's not. He's on very short time here.
Yeah, that's Maynard says they left still used the one drop rule. That's only for those wigwam Pocahontas Warren. It's the only time they count it. How bad is it when you try to show like how contaminated you are with Injun that you come out purer than anybody in the alt-right? You got Richie Spencer for purity test, sweetheart. You had to go back 11 generations, and that's someone who stepped in the mud. That's all you got.
Well, Wasp doesn't sell as well as it used to, so.
I had a banana 2 weeks ago. I am more banana than you are Indian.
Got the radiation levels to prove it.
Go ahead, check my potassium. That's just... Everything is infuriating.
Yeah, well, when they live in such a, make-believe fantasy land and insist that it's true, and then every time reality smacks them upside the head, they pay no price. They pay no price for when reality, comes to correct. It's infuriating.
Yeah, that's the one thing that founding fathers failed to do. Like, for all the forethought they put into the documents that make up the Constitution, and every jot and tittle they argued over for days, if not weeks, they failed to include a punishment for going against the Constitution. But speaking of failing to punish, Hunter Biden was illegally purchased a handgun, and his brother's wife, who he was dating at the time, threw it away in a school zone.
Come dumpster dumps gun in dumpster?
Yeah. So...
I mean, the headline there is, they really missed an opportunity. Crackheads come dumpster, dumps crackhead's gun in dumpster.
Yeah. Ugh. Just... And, for all of the, like, enforce the laws on the books before you get new laws. We have laws at home. Eat those laws first.
Yeah.
Utilize those laws first. Oh, and Allison Camerata coming out and just being a complete fucking idiot.
Who is that?
Like, you weren't this stupid on Fox. She's the chick who said it's the gun owner's or it's the gun store's responsibility to ask if he heard voices.
Oh, okay. So that's the chick on CNN or whatever.
Yeah, Allison Camerata.
Now let's take a minute to recognize that CNN in the same day has argued that the Colorado cake baker has no right to question his clientele and just must provide services, while simultaneously arguing that a Colorado gun store must refuse services based on preferential opinion.
Racial bias, I believe is the term.
Well, this is the same argument that the left says about us for, again, defending the guy who didn't want to bake the cake versus Twitter must serve, everyone.
It's not the same, though.
They say it's the same.
It's like saying...
Not to say that they're right.
You're pro-life, but you support the death penalty. I'm like, I'm pro-life choices. Giving the child the ability to have a life.
Mm-hmm.
And then the choices he makes depends on whether he keeps it or not. Okay, fine. I'm pro-abortion at 47 years old. Happy now? Abort him back. I'm technically, I don't like the idea of the state deciding it can kill an American citizen. But somebody should have. Yeah, well, good luck with that. It was a 38. So, if it wasn't for double standard.
If the world were just, because they're making a big deal about this trash can at the supermarket being across the street from a school, if the world had enough irony built into it, it would have been a kid who used it in the school shooting.
Yeah.
Fuck a hobo. Nobody cares about a hobo with a 38. But if a kid gets that 38 and shoots somebody in a school, and then the provenance of the gun had to come forward, holy shit, can you imagine?
Mike Hawk says cakes are not a speech platform. Agreed.
So that you're saying that the Colorado shooter was exercising his right of free speech?
I think he was talking to Garrick.
I know, I'm just making obtuse, stupid arguments.
Yeah. Should a baker sell a pie to a transformer knowing they have a mental illness? What if they throw it at a person of melanin? Yeah, like, let's get some cream pie
Cream pies are racist. I don't know what you're talking about. Those are not allowed at all.
No. Can you get racial dolazol on Oreo cookie pie?
And why
like
is the
frosting?
devil's food cake black, huh? I mean, what's angel food white, devil food black? What? How fucking racist of you.
Devil food cake is red. Red frosting. Oh, no, angel food cake is white. Okay, so black and... Okay. Let you know. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. I was thinking pound cake, which is also white.
Well, that would be acceptable because you pound Nazis, and Nazis are white, so pound cake is allowed.
Yeah. Wow, probably 5 shots. But no.
Yeah, one of those is going to misfire.
No, majority of 38s are 5-shot.
Are they?
Pocket pistols.
I wouldn't know because I don't have one. Still want to get a Bursa though.
I have a S&W Airway 442 Centennial. It's a 5-shot, hammerless. And I know I have one because whenever I get to a metal detector, I check my pockets, and there it is. God damn it! I always forget to take it out of my pocket. I remember the light, the knife, the Glock, but I always forget the fucking airplane.
So, Garrick,
Mm-hmm.
tell me about this nonsense with Jeremy, the Quartering, and Tim Pool.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't listened to Tim Pool in over a week.
Okay.
I'm behind. I'm behind on everything right now.
I rely on you to stay up with the, you two talking head drum bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut back on that because it's not good for me.
I watched Neo's take on it, and he believes that Jeremy was a little too tipsy, and he showed up late, and Timmy had a hissy fit with the both late and drunkenness of Jeremy, and just didn't host the show.
Okay. I can see Tim throwing a hissy fit. I can see that part being absolutely true. I don't like... I shouldn't say that. No, I'll say it. I don't care for the Quarterings videos.
Yeah, me either. I think it's pussy.
Yeah, I think, if somebody can be accused of being a grifter and that moniker falling as close to the mark as possible, he's probably the guy.
Like a right-wing grifter?
Yeah.
Because he's a nerd for sure. So he's a nerd grifter. But like his talk, like he and Adam were talking about guns, and I'm like, you're kind of gay, bro.
Yeah, he's just... I mean, I kind of agree with a lot of the things that he says, and I kind of want to be on his side, but god damn does he make it difficult to actually like or support the dude.
Yeah. Well, like, all right, so I've got defensive rounds. All of my guns are loaded with... All of my pistols, I should say, are loaded with defensive rounds. They're about $1.50 a piece, and I buy a box of 20 for about $30, so it's $1.50 a piece.
Let's see. I got some gold dot here that I bought.
Okay, so $2 a piece.
I bought 50 gold dots for 40s for $70.
Oh, it's like $2.50 a piece.
Yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah. So 40 for gold. Gold dot's expensive, period.
Yeah.
So my 9 is critical defense, 147 grain, or 120.
Well, these are 180 grain, so these will pack a wallop.
My 45s are critical defense. No, yeah, Hornady critical defense, 220 grain. And I've probably got I've got 145, and it's the Glock 13 rounder. I've probably got 200 rounds of critical defense. I've probably got like 500 rounds of critical defense for my handguns. But then I have 5,000 rounds of ball range ammo. I've probably got 200 rounds of 45 in extra ammo, and I've got 10,000 rounds of
223
various 5.56 green tip, and an X tip, and black tip, and for the 223s, which I have 4 of, technically 5, and a couple thousand rounds of 7.62 for the AK, and maybe at best 400 rounds of various shotgun shells that make up the majority of the stock, because shotgun shells are fucking gigantic. That is the plan, and you still buy and you still shoot. Jeremy's talking about his guns, like all his ammo is the exact same, and while he's got plenty for shit hitting the fan in a situation, he also goes to the range with 500 rounds. And I'm like, dude, the way you talk, it's like all your ammo is interchangeable. Like, I don't think you have the slightest idea of what you're talking about. Like, you're the kind of guy who would refer to a revolver as a semi-auto with one trigger pull, one bullet goes, when it's just the slightest bit more nuanced than that. So yeah, I'm like, you're kind of a grifter. And the fact that you're gonna buy, he bought ammo from his uncle, who apparently buries it in his backyard, and you buy it at what it cost him. Like, that is taking advantage of your uncle. That's not cool. If your uncle is selling it at a markup for the times, and you're not buying it at a markup, you are taking advantage of him, because he had foresight and you did not. Now, you, Sean, I do not expect to have a surplus of ammunition, because you're not a gun guy. You have guns and are a guy. You check off boxes. You're not a gun guy.
Well, I'm not a gun nut.
Fair.
I mean, I consider myself more of a gun guy than the majority of America, because I know some of the lingo, some of the terminology, and the practical use of said firearms. You know.
Okay.
I'm just not kooky about it, and I don't have a huge gun collection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
And as far as a surplus of ammo, I don't necessarily have a surplus, but I have an adequate amount for a guy who doesn't regularly go to the range.
Mm-hmm. I have more than enough.
Yes.
I can load all my guns repeatedly, because I am a gun nut. I expect the same of Garrick. I expect the same of Josh. I do not expect that for you. I don't expect that from my ex-wife, who's like, I bought a new gun today. It's a 22 LR. Oh, you're out of you. That's so cute. It's so precious.
Angry
Feed it one day.
bees. Angry
Oh,
bees.
she she loves the Ruger 1022.
It's a good gun. It's a good plinking gun.
I mean, fuck Bill Ruger, but it is a good gun.
Well, Bill Ruger is dead.
I'm sorry. Dig him up and fuck Bill Ruger. Better?
Hey, that's what you're into. I ain't one to
Yeah.
look the other way. You do you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, help me dig. I mean, it's gonna take forever. But then look away. That's what you want. But if you're gonna talk the gun game, be fucking knowledgeable about it, because it sounds like your daily carry is ball ammo, which I'm not like happy with, but I'm not, I'm like, come on guys, he's clearly carrying ball ammo. Let's get him. That's not how those bullets work. But if I had the choice, I'd rather get shot with ball than anything else. I mean, unless blanks are a choice, then I'll take 2. Thank you.
I will preferably not get shot. Thank you. Or shot at. Thank you. That would be preferable too. But if you must shoot, please miss.
Yeah, but like the only reason I even watched the frickin' that episode from Jeremy and Adam was because it had like the stupidest thing about one gun can control 100 people, and I'm like, no, it can't. One gun can control the 6 bravest people, but not for long. Especially if you're stupid about it. Like, but just the stupidity of the title made me watch the video, and I was like, I hate you all. You just talk so much shit, and you don't know what you're the person who feels big because they have a gun. I'm a gun nut. I know the danger of carrying the gun and the likelihood that it would get used on me, and I have training backing me up. And I'm also a lot bigger than you. I understand that any altercation I'm in, I've brought a gun to it. So yeah, I'm more polite than most people.
Mm-hmm.
For that reason.
Now, I don't want to have to shoot you, but I have the option.
It's within my bailiwick.
Yeah, it can go there, and that's under my control, not yours.
Fuck, a super red Hawkman. Jesus. No.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to the quartering, it's just like, you know what? I want to like the guy. I find myself in agreement with a lot of the things he says. It's just him. It's him. It's how he presents it. It's how he comes about it. It's like, yeah, man, I'm on your side nominally, but Jesus Christ, can you just shut the fuck up?
Nominally's the key there. Yeah, like didn't you run away crying from a Comic-Con because somebody slapped you?
Yeah.
Or was it somebody slapped?
He's not a small dude.
Oh yeah. He's got a little bit of weight behind him.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever. So when I hear about the speculative drama that happened between the two of them and the fact that Tim didn't do a Friday night show, I can fully believe that. Yeah, Tim threw a hissy fit. I don't care why. Was it because Jeremy did something stupid? Yeah, probably. I mean, when you're paid to be a guest on Tim's show and he's gone through the trouble of having you over and do all that shit, you kind of owe the guy to follow his rules when you show up. That being said, I can see Tim and just about every YouTuber that I know that has a consistent show, be that Tim, Crowder, probably even Dave Rubin, maybe even Matt. If you're gonna be that, I can see them throwing a hissy fit because you're fucking with their income and their product.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. I can also say, yeah, that's a little bit reactionary, and give your balls a tug. Basically, give your balls a tug because you need to. So when he comes back and says, whatever he says without saying what actually happened, because they'll never let us know, because A, we're not owed knowing, honestly, and B, it's silly-ass drama. But, okay, so you'll never go back. Yeah, you're probably never going to be invited back, number one, but will you ever come back? No. Okay, no harm, no foul, we're done here. Let's move on. And Neo spends 2 hours on it.
Speaking of, I'll be right back.
Okay. So while he's gone, Garrick, what you got for us tonight?
Not really much of anything. I said, I've been busy with the girlfriend the whole entirety of like Wednesday till last night. So I haven't spent much time doing anything besides trying to make her happy.
Sounds like you failed.
Why is that?
Well, you said trying to and not succeeding, so I'm assuming you fell short of the goal?
I wouldn't say that. But I didn't get to where I wanted to be either, so we'll just leave it at that.
Which is in her pants, I'm assuming.
Yeah, pretty much. Since you got to spell it out.
Well, I mean, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Crass or not.
True.
Crass or not. There's a reason we find them purty.
Oh, dear God. It's not really a whole lot going on that I'm aware of or care about, so, yeah. I mean, the topics you guys talked about, all the ones that Matt brought up last night, everything was news to me, except for Joe Biden. That was not. That
Jesus.
was just,
we didn't even get to talk about that clusterfuck yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Do you guys really think he's going to make it for another 90 days? I can't see him making it past another 30.
I've always said this, and I'll maintain it. They will let him have his 100 days. He will get 100 days. Now, how much beyond that 100 days, I can't really say. But they will let him, for certain, have 100 days in office.
Oh, I wish they'd kill him sooner just to make the pain go away.
Well, I mean, the only way he's not going to get 100 days is if he goes and just dies on his own, which they will do everything they can to stop, if they can. Because, like I said, they'll give him his 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I also think that there's a lot of impetus to let him go 2 years and 1 day. Just so...
Oh, just for Kamala?
Mm-hmm.
So she could get 2.5?
Nobody likes her, though. It's the only problem I keep running into. It's like...
It doesn't matter that nobody likes her.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Nobody likes Joe Biden either.
Yeah, no,
but
it does not matter. The elections are going to be rigged. The elections are already rigged.
If that's the case, then I can see it. If we can somehow find a way to cheat their cheat, then it's going to be a problem for them.
Well, they were confident. They were confident in 2016 that they had it nailed down, and they learned the lesson of 2016 to make sure that. Because I'm sure that they did some sort of bullshit in 2016 to bolster Clinton as well. I'm sure not all of her votes were 100% legitimate. But they still ended up losing. And they ended up losing the Electoral College because Trump played the smart game and won that way, which is how you actually win. So they turned around and made sure that that is exactly what happened in 2020. They had to win the Electoral College. They made it happen where it counted. And that's why you see the F in the graphs for those places.
Preacher, brother.
The F is for fraud.
Yeah, I was thinking about our show last week, a few days ago, and it dawned on me we did not talk at all about movies, and it was kind of refreshing.
Well, that's too bad because I watched a doozy of a movie. No, I didn't. I watched it anyways.
Yeah. I watched a long ass movie, but aside from that, not much.
You watched the Snyder Cut?
No. I have no real inclination to watch DC stuff at the moment, unless you're talking about the Chris Nolan Batmans. No, I watched Gone with the Wind.
It is a long ass movie.
Oh yeah. Mammy, she won Best Supporting Actress Oscar.
Sure did.
But they don't like to talk about that.
Well, no, they went so far as to cancel it on the what was it, the 85th anniversary of it or something, when they shit canned the movie and you'll never see it again.
Yeah, I got into it. Have you guys seen I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Is that a
Really?
comedy movie or?
It's a horror movie. It's the pre-Scream Kevin Williamson movie. It's the year Sarah Michelle Gellar became Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and
I haven't seen that one.
Well, it's pre-Scream because she was in the same year she was in Scream 2. It was written before Scream, but it came out after because that's how selling works in Hollywood. Actually, it's not about I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Know What You Did Last Summer 2 had Brandy in it. And like the guy who was reviewing the movie hailed it as a triumph because the black best friend survived. And I'm like, you know who else survived? Fucking LL Cool J and Deep Blue Sea and Ice Cube in Anaconda and fucking the pirate in Night with the Demons and Little Reckless in Jason Park. Fuck you and your goddamn bullshit. It's a horror movie. 90+% of the people with speaking roles in a horror movie die. I can't stand this bullshit that, there's a special group of people that can't be killed in a horror movie because of it. Like, unless you're the main character, there's a pretty good chance you're going to die in the movie. And that's excluding, literally, I am a magician from Detroit. I've told a black person to pick a card, and they've run away from me screaming because I'm the devil. In real life, you can't have a black person in a horror movie where ants crawl on the fucking wall and spell "get out," because they will get the fuck out of there. Some, especially urban black people that are not apparently in Louisiana, will nope the fuck out of the slightly remotest horror scenario. No joke. Watch David Blaine do magic in an urban environment. They will run away from him after taking the card. It's no joke. So, unless it's a very special circumstance, chances are they're not going to be in it. Even in Night of the Demons, everyone else was going about doing their thing. The black guy noped the fuck out of there, and that's why he survived. Couldn't find his way out, but he didn't get attacked by demons. You're asking us to put in a special class of character and not kill them. Just shit doesn't work that way. The only reason Brandy survived that movie is because she's goddamn Brandy. But I loved in Deep Blue Sea when they killed off Samuel L. Jackson.
Is that the one where the shark came out and bit him?
As he started doing one of his fucking Samuel L. Jackson speeches?
Yes.
Absolutely. That was great. I stood up and cheered for that one. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, have you guys seen Cursed? All right. Cursed is it's got an odd cast. It's Christina Ricci, some nobody, Joshua Jackson, who was big at the time, just coming off of Dawson's Creek, Michael Rosenbaum, who's big at the time, just coming off of Smallville, and a couple other characters. So they had like an oddly rich cast for a werewolf movie that you were. It was basically they had a red herring for who was going to be the werewolf because of the oddly deep draw on the bench of cast members.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. That's like having Clint Eastwood as like a secondary supporting character. Like he has too much draw to be that. Not like what Matt Damon's been doing. Like Matt Damon's been doing a lot of cameo stuff where he's only in it for like a minute. Or what I loved about Brad Pitt in Deadpool 2.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Both Damon and Pitt were in Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And and those were cameos, as well as Alan Tudyk and the entire First Class. like, what are you paying for a day of work for these people? That's right up there with George Clooney playing the dog in South Park. Like George Clooney at the height of his career goes to Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like, I'd like to be in your movie. And they're like, fine, sure, yeah. You'll play a dog. How's your barking, George? They did some bullshit with G.I. Joe was Marlon Wayans and what's his fucking Steven? What's his name? Magic Mike. Can't think of his name. Tatum
Channing.
Tatum Diggs is what I was thinking of. Tatum Channing.
So Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum, thank you. And he was in the second one, Tay Diggs. That's who I was thinking of, and that's not the wrong guy. He was in Chocolate City, completely different movie. I don't think he was in Chocolate City. But anyways, beside the point. He was in the second one for a minute, but they switched over main characters from Channing Tatum to The Rock. And they made The Rock the main character, and they killed off Channing Tatum. But Magic Mike had come out and 21 Jump Street, and he went through the roof in the fame department. So they got him at a good deal for the shitty G.I. Joe, which was enough to get a second one, because I love Scott Summers, even though he made Van Helsing, which was shit. I still enjoy watching it. But he also made The Mummy, which I love. Odd Thomas, which I fucking love as a book series and as the movie. And I think he did Deep Rising too. Not sure on that one though. Either way, I love Deep Rising. Which is also a shit movie along the lines of Van Helsing. But so they ended up bringing him back to shoot some additional scenes, but it could only be between him and The Rock because they killed him off in like the first major battle. So it was like scenes of him playing video games with The Rock and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no reason for this scene at all. Oh, Channing Tatum's famous now. Okay. What is going on in chat? Bet Aquaman is into water sports? Isn't Amber Heard into water sports? So that makes sense. There's some weird stuff going on in the chat. I will no longer be reading from it until it shapes up.
And that's why I don't watch DC movies.
Beatings will continue until morale improves.
Yeah.
I want something new to come out.
Well, at least, like, all right, so both Cyborg and Martian Manhunter are black. So black characters. However, what's that chick's name? Starfire
From the Teen Titans?
Yeah. Not black Teen Titans. Write that somewhere. With her fucking shitty wig and not blackness.
Well, technically Martian Manhunter isn't black, he's green.
Well, John Jones, with the apostrophes, is a black man.
That's fine. I mean, they're gonna, and I'd actually like to see this. If they're gonna do the Green Lantern again, they needed to make it the black guy Green Lantern, not Hal Jordanson or whatever the.
Hal Jordan,
Reynolds, the shit one that Ryan Reynolds did.
Yeah. Oh god, that was bad. But he met his wife on there, so good for them.
Is that where they met? It seems to me they were together before that.
Were they?
I thought so.
Let's check. I mean, it makes sense because she's not very good at hers, and Ryan wasn't very good at his. So somebody dragged somebody else into it, if not.
Well, I mean, both of them were there to look pretty and get the opposite sex fan base all, hot in the crotch. So, kind of like Amber Heard and Aquaman. There's no reason for her to exist other than.
That so works though.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds first met on the set of Green Lantern in 2010.
Okay, then.
Both were with other people at the time.
Wasn't he with Scarlett Johansson at the time?
Let's see. Yeah, possibly.
So, when they cast...
Oh, yeah, they divorced in 2011.
Well, there you go.
He married Blake Lively in 2012.
There you go.
Did he marry Alanis Morissette?
I don't think so. Were they together, too?
Ryan Reynolds and Alanis Morissette, yeah.
Yeah, she's all over the age board. She's my age, and she... dated Dave Coulier, of all fucking people, and apparently Ryan Reynolds. Canada is a very small country. Very incestuous, it seems.
The pair wed in 2008 and were divorced by... What? The pair wed in 2008 and were divorced by 2011. By then, the proposal actor had already been romantically linked to Green Lantern co-star and wed in 2014. What the hell? Is Canada different than America?
A little bit.
I mean, the calendars, because this says they were wed on September 9, 2012, when that said that they got married in 2014. And it also said he was married to Scarlett Johansson in 2011.
Was he just locking up all the hot chicks wherever he could find them, whenever he could find them? Maybe he's guilty of bigamy and just married all of them at the same time.
Yeah, it says spouses. Scarlett Johansson, married 2008, divorced 2011. Blake Lively, married 2012. What the hell? By the way, Ryan Reynolds was born in 76.
Wow, he's only 2 years younger than me?
Yeah, so...
Wow. I
He's
look like shit
4
for
years.
my age.
Yeah, you do. I've been saying that for years, right? No.
Wow.
Okay, so this says he's only been married to Scarlett Johansson and Blake Lively. What the fuck?
Somebody
Is there a
doesn't
different
know
Ryan Reynolds?
A Canada year is only worth like 96 cents to the American year, apparently.
Yeah. Ah, damn it. I typed in Atlantic Morissette. No, I want Atlantis Morissette.
No, you want Alanis Morissette. There's no T.
Atlantis. There we go. Nadine Morissette, Canadian singer-songwriter. Canadian.
When was she born?
Okay. She only has one spouse. She's 46. She was born in 74.
So my age. And her birthday hasn't happened yet.
So she was only married to hip-hop artist Mario Treadway, who is my age, by the way. So 6 years age difference. In 2010. What the fuck? Is there a different Atlantis Morissette then?
Well, she may have only been married once, but she gets around. She probably dated Kevin Smith for a while, too, for all I know. I don't know how she ended up in
isn't it
Dogma.
ironic? Morissette dated comedian Dave Coulier in the early 90s.
That's
ex-boyfriends. Canadian actor Ryan Reynolds at Drew Barrymore's birthday party in 2002. That's creepy because Drew Barrymore is... no, it's fine. So they were engaged in 2007, or engaged in 2004, June 2004. By February of 2007, the representatives Morris announced they decided to end the engagement. Okay.
Matt, I don't know if Ryan Reynolds is hot, but he's incredibly charismatic. So I don't know that I'd be gay for Ryan Reynolds, but I like him.
If my wife cheated on me with Ryan Reynolds, I'd want the details.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, yeah, all right, he's a likable guy, whatever.
You cheated on me with Ryan Reynolds? Go on.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's nice. All right, high five.
Good job. Now, where's ScarJo? Because it's my turn.
She's not on my list. However, Gina Carano is and has been for well over a decade.
Oh my God! I went out and I was looking at Tim Curry's in a really bad video game called Red Alert 3, and
Tim Curry's in a lot of bad stuff. Like
Yes.
people don't give Tim Curry enough credit for his shit movies. Curry was in The Shadow.
But I was going through the clips of the game because it's just legendarily cheesy, and he just choose scenery, which is wonderful. And I came across one, and Gina Carano's in it.
No one choose scenery like Raul Julia.
So I bought the game.
so I bought that game.
I bought that game. It also has... Do you remember those VW commercials back in the day where they had the German guy? It was like, time to unpimp the auto. That guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's in it too. And I'm like, oh God, this is just bad acting supreme. This is awesome.
But I remember the Toyota Ernest P. Worrell commercials.
I don't remember him doing Toyota, but I remember him doing literally anything else.
That was the start.
Yeah, he was just pitch shit.
Yeah, like he was selling Toyotas to Vern.
He was selling everything to Vern. He sold milk and sour cream and corn and
Probably
auto
fucking
parts.
Ponderosa.
Just all kinds of shit.
Yeah. But no, his first commercial was a Toyota commercial. Steven says a yes to Ryan Reynolds and no to Channing Tatum, which is super gay of him. I will give Channing Tatum the pass for his. He was in The End of the World or World to End or whatever that was with all those fucking shitty Canadian actors that nobody likes. And do I need to go in further? Like the what's his name? Judd Apatow Canadian actors. Judd Apatow Canadian actors.
Yeah.
And he played the Gimp to the Warlord. It's such a fucked up. And I'm like, I appreciate that. That's your one day on the film. Cut. That's a wrap for Channing Tatum. All right, just out of curiosity, who's on whose pass list? Who gets a pass? This is the end. Thank you, Steven. Of course you know that. I would commit a felony against Michael Cera's face. That'd be like my one criminal pass if I had one. Just punch him in his stupid fucking face. Because it's a punch him.
Who's more punchable, Don Lemon or Michael Cera?
Oh, Don Lemon.
I say a lot of racist shit on the internet, so I have to go with Michael Cera because I'd catch a secondary charge from Don Lemon. Worst actor or worst newscaster of the year, Don Lemon.
I don't know. He's got some stiff competition in Brian Selter.
Oh God.
It still blows my mind to this day that man is the same age as Candace Owens. He's probably only a year older than me. He looks like he's almost 50.
He's like, how old aren't you young?
Isn't he like 32?
No way. He got married before I did? That's even worse.
He kind of had to. I mean, look at him.
I don't know how. I started typing Brian and a Domino's page came up. my phone, the first time it's ever done it, it wanted to confirm that I was looking at Brian Seltzer. No, he's 35.
Oh, still. Dude is not well.
His wife's a little fucking hobbit.
Oh, really? I've never seen her.
She is a little hobbit to his little hobbit. She only comes up to his shoulder. All right, now I need Brian Seltzer height. And please, for the love of God, do not put his no pants picture up. Oh, what bullshit. They're claiming he's 6 foot. He's not 6 foot. There's no way he's 6 foot. There's pictures of him standing in a hallway, and the frames of the pictures are taller than he is.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's got a kid too. God damn it! Somebody cut his nuts off.
Well, it's like
before it happens again.
It's like every sports stat. Every dude is at least 6 foot tall. So of course.
Oh yeah, this is bullshit. They say he's 6 foot and 78 kilograms. Like, go fuck yourself, 78 kilograms.
What's that in freedom units?
I can do stone conversion, but hold on. Wrong thing. Calculator. All right, 2.2.
I really hate his smile.
167 pounds.
Yeah, bullshit. The only way he's that light is if he is 5'4".
5'1", maybe. No, this is the absurdity of this is 6 foot. No, not a fucking chance. There are Oompa Loompas out there that weigh 176 pounds.
I'd like to weigh 176 pounds. That'd be nice.
I weighed 176 pounds, and then I turned 3. Steven wants a bunch of Jeannie Garofalo. Yeah, it's a pretty smug bitch. They've made the movie Magic Mike. Do you think they'll make a Magic Michelle? Sarah Silverman count as a Hollywood actress? He changed his mind and went with Garofalo too. God, I can't stand her or anything she's in. Yeah, it is weird. They went from feet and inches to height to kilograms for weight. Probably because they only could convince half the people. So they went with Eddie Cibrian. I don't know who that is. Cybran? I have no idea who Eddie Cibrian is. Yeah. Gino Carano is definitely on my list. Garrick, free pass. Don't give me this I love my wife bullshit.
I have to think about this. If I can only pick one.
Pick one from your 5. Let's grab one. Everyone gets 5 list.
What is it? What's her name? Hunter King. It's Joey King's sister, older sister.
I think I looked her up before because you were talking about her.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, she is a fox.
I think I'm gonna put Lauren Southern's little sister back on my list and take Ben Shapiro's little sister off because apparently that's somebody else. Which I'm pretty sure is bullshit because.
Well, my problem with the Southern sisters is one got the hot face and the other one got the hot body. I'll let you two decide which is which.
No, because the little sister's got them both.
No. I have to disagree. Well, I take it back. So Lauren Southern's a mom now, so she might have the mom boobs, so maybe the body's improved. You never know.
Wasn't this dude married to Leanne Rimes? Oh, I was talking to Steven, actually.
Oh.
Maynard, yeah, this is a dick punch, sir. Let's not be crass. Talking about banging chicks and or dudes if you're Matt and Steven. Or Mike. I don't know how he swings, but, whatever. We appreciate you, Mike. Fuck you in your nose for the last 2 goddamn years. Do we get yours, Sean?
I'm still trying to think. I mean, my default is ScarJo, but
I don't think she's anything like that. Like they did her voice for some movie. Like, we wanted a super sexy voice, so we went with ScarJo. I'm like, no. Velma was on my list for a little bit. Linda
Carter, not Carter.
Oh God. Yes, please.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Wonder Woman at the time she played Wonder Woman. Thank you very much.
She's still good looking for her age.
Cardellini, Cardellini, Hawkeye's wife.
No, you know what? Screw that. Susanna Hoffs.
Oh, you want to make her walk like an Egyptian?
Hell yes. Or just say it. Look at me with those eyes. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Cadinelli, Linda Cadinelli.
You know, I'd take Haley Joel Osment's sister. What's her face? Emily Osment.
Do you guys remember the Pepsi Girl?
I remember Cindy Crawford.
The young one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the guy that played in Zombieland? Was that Jesse Eisenberg who played?
Yeah, Haley Eisenberg, his sister.
Haley Eisenberg was the Pepsi Girl, and you never see her anywhere anymore.
Yeah, because she grew into her face, which was awful. She looks like Jesse Eisenberg. Just with Jufro hair. What were you saying, Garrett? Did you pick a number 2?
Yeah, Emily Osment.
Emily Osment.
I think the more pertinent question is who would you let your significant other have a pass with?
Oh, that is a good question.
Nobody too douchey.
I already told her she could take Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. But like if she was like, I fucked Bieber, and I'm like, that's cool. I'll get the other 4 inches. Guess I would do Gillian Anderson circa X-Files days. And then Doggy Puncher.
Why? Gillian Anderson is so much hotter today than she was in the beginning of the X-Files.
She did get like oddly cuter. Like
she got like way hotter. Like she was cute in the X-Files, don't get me wrong, but she is like way hot now.
Like Gillian Anderson circa having an alien baby. It was right when Mike, I'm gonna need like just a couple more pieces of information. Are you punching him or punching him?
It's a damn shame when people be throwing a perfectly good white boy away like that.
I need just a little bit more than just John Cusack. He's like, John Cusack, I was rooting for the room in 1408.
He's
it's not that high off the ground. You could jump, bro. Try it. It's only the 14th floor.
I still love Better Off Dead. I still love what was the other one that he was in?
Oh, I liked Better Off Ted.
Wild and Crazy Summer.
Have you seen Better Off Ted?
No.
It's this cute, quirky show, and it ran for like 1 season or something like that. But it's fucking adorable. If you get a chance on like a Hulu or somewhere, Better Off Ted is hilarious. No, I'll pass for your significant other. So Mike would let John Cusack bang his girl. I feel like he would buy me something if he banged my girl. Yeah, I'll go John Cusack. All right.
Would you really want John Cusack out of your house with a boombox over his head trying to woo your woman?
Oh, no. My woman, no. I'd be interested. Like, I would throw shit at him.
Is that
I'm
John
like, get out of your,
Cusack?
get out of your
And,
Sergio
Boombox?
Cyrano de Bergerac or Cyrano de
Serrano?
Cyrano de
Bergerac.
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 Good lord, man.
de Bergerac.
He's French.
Yeah,
I learned that it sounds like a sneeze no matter how you say it.
I learned that from Bruce Campbell, who I'd want to watch. Like, this is very insulting, but wait, is he gay?
Who?
Sam Witwer? Witter?
Who's that?
Whitwer?
Who the hell is that?
He was on Glee and he played
Enough said. Yes, he is gay.
no, I don't know. Oh, he's on Riverdale now? Ugh, I hate Riverdale. Holy shit, he's older than I am. Oh, that's right. He wasn't being human. I forgot about that. Oh. Steven, you wanna take Matt out on this whole He was engaged to Allison Mack. The Xanthium chick. I don't remember him on Smallville. Why is Ray Park in here? That's weird. Why would Ray Park be in his list? I don't remember him in The Mist either. Yeah, I do. Okay, I remember him in The Mist. Yeah, babe. Here's your pass. It's that gay Tim kid from that movie where you see Arnie Hammer's nuts. Enjoy. What's that kid's name? Timothy something fucking French. Not to be confused with Tim Oliphant, which.
So since we have our entire gay audience here with us this evening, what do you guys think of the guy who plays the Flash? I don't know the actor's name. I just know that.
Wait, which Flash?
In the DC movies.
Okay, because the other Flash was also in Glee. Anna Torv actually reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. Only Anna Torv is cute. No, let me tell you something about that Jew. No, I don't like the way he runs. I don't like anything about him.
I think he does the slapdash comedy bit of being the Flash pretty well. But yeah, him as an individual and a human being is insufferable. So
yeah, but he's not. It's the wrong humor. Like Barry Allen, funny shit happened to him. He wasn't funny.
Well, that's Barry Allen. Is he? I don't think he's playing the Barry Allen Flash, is he?
Well, there's White Flash and Mexican Flash and Black Flash. Barry Allen's the only White Flash.
Because I remember the Flash TV show from the 90s, and I liked that too, because that was...
Yeah, and I fucking love that he was back as the dad.
Yeah. And you're right. He's just one of those guys that's supposed to be cheesy, and then funny shit happens to him. Whereas Ezra Miller, I guess is his name,
Yeah, Ezra Miller
is kind of wisecracky and funny, and I kind of like that humor. I like the way that humor comes through with that character. It's kind of cool, but I don't like him individually because anytime I've seen him outside of an actual acting gig, he's insufferable.
Yeah. There's like an innocence to Barry Allen that he was just fast. You know, like he has no fighting prowess or anything like that. He didn't go toe to toe with the bad guys. It was just, all right, put your hands up, and then you're tied up, and there's a banana in your hand instead of a gun. He there was an innocence really, and I don't like the way Ezra Miller runs. It's almost like he's like his speed is in his hands, and he's swimming. Like it's like he's throwing his hand out, and then it's going forward, and he's pulling his body at like his wrist. I don't like it. Michelle Pfeiffer is gorgeous in Catwoman, and
I didn't think so.
you didn't need a gay pass. I mean, you could have picked a dude. You didn't have to pick a chick. We'll allow it, bro.
I mean, Michelle Pfeiffer's body is incredible. At pretty much any period in time you want to pick, her body is incredible. I just don't think she's that pretty in the face.
Oh, she was like a porcelain doll in Catwoman.
But then again, my favorite Marvel character, female Marvel character, is She-Hulk. So.
Oh, Steven, yeah, speaking of Smallville, the Aquaman from Smallville is playing the new Jack Reacher, and I don't know how I feel about it. There's going to be a Jack Reacher TV show coming out, and he's a blue-eyed blonde, but he's 6'2". Jack Reacher's 6'6", but like 6 foot in Hollywood is like 6.5 feet in the real world. So I don't.
When everybody else you're playing around is tiny.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no. Man, you got some weird boners, Steven. That's some weird shit right there. Steven's calling him Melinda Clark, which was one of my original weird boners. So she gets a pass. There should be like 2 passes. One's a current day pass, and then one's at any point in time when you had a crush on that person.
Oh.
But you also have to be younger to make it not weird.
Right. No, then I'm going with Alyssa Milano.
like you have to like pick the year though. Like Anna Klumsky, me today, her and my girl. Pedophile. Thank you. If we could just get some bees around here so she could start crying, I'll wreck that shit.
God.
He can't see without his glasses.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And we've been Wajiskied.
I was listening to an audiobook, and I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, I know this voice. And I'm like, is that goddamn John Cena? That's John Cena. Who is this chick? And it was Anna Klumsky, and I was like, holy shit. That's a weird one. Back in the day, Katie Holmes from Disturbing Behavior, because I was a dirty fucking teenager. And she was my kind of trash.
Ooh, Christina Applegate. Ooh.
That's a different kind of trashy. Oh, possibly Kelly Kapowski.
Oh, God. Yeah, pre-90210. Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
So, Saved by the Bell. Exactly. Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah. No, he's only 6'2". I had to look him up. It's an interesting take. They're starting out with Killing Floor, which is the first book from the Jack Reacher series, and it's probably one of his more diverse books. Like, the girl's Latino that he ends up shacking up with, and the partner he ends up getting is it's not going to be right, because he's the guy was a cop in Boston, and he was basically he was he has a doctorate in really Jesse Sparrow, Tory, if I'm going to be honest, but Tiffany can Charisma Carpenter after she had a baby, so like 7 years ago.
Ooh, anorexic Tracy Gold.
No. like Seaver case of Tracy Gold?
Yes.
Yes. She was in Arachnophobia or Arachnoquake, and the entire time I'm waiting for her to show up, and I was thinking Tracy Lords. And then she pops on screen, and I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry. Did you have an eating disorder? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Calm down with your caffeine pills, Spano. Wasn't Barry Allen's weakness wood? I think you're thinking of The Professor. And that was his sonic screwdriver weakness was wood. The Aquaman didn't have like water power. Aquaman is a badass. Like, he just also talked to fish. You know, like, he had a little control of water itself, but like, he could still fucking throw a boat all on his own strength. Like, Aquaman doesn't get quite the... Like, it's not like water healed him or anything. It's not like Percy Jackson. Also, that list is Annabeth Chase from Percy Jackson. Alexandra Daddario. She's cute as a button. And the cutest of her sisters. So that's always nice. Because it would suck to be dating a hot girl to have a hotter sibling. You're so gorgeous. Oh my god, your sister is so much hotter than you. What? The Barry Allen from the TV show The Flash has a weakness for wood? Like a kryptonite weakness, or like splinters, or like weakens wood? Like what are we talking about? Also,
like he can run real fast till he hits the docks, and then he's done.
It's like all tippy toeing and shit. Like, damn these oak floorboards! Ah, I do have a weakness for wood, but you're mistaken, for this is a hardwood.
It's really only pine.
You don't know the troubles I've had with bamboo in my past. Wood like bonkers? What the fuck are you talking about? Boners? Are we talking about boners? All right, so it's what's Ezra Miller? No, something Jewish. Oh, okay. Not bonkers boners. All right, whatever. That definitely failed in both grammar and spelling and nonsense. Thought you had a headache, kid.
Yeah, he does.
Dad?
I don't like stick figures, so predominantly like the cast of Friends can go fuck themselves. Well, I better keep my mouth shut because the kid's here. But I don't know if he can hear me, but I can hear him, so that's just as bad.
He cannot.
All right, good. There's no Santa, you little bastard. No, there's but like I didn't care for Courtney Cox. Yeah, I liked her in Ace Ventura, but other than that, yeah. Actually, Masters of the Universe, she was cute too. But then she slimmed down for like Hollywood. And, so are you gonna buy cool points to turn in, or how does this work, man? Something. No, something Bergstein's thing. Well, Susan Hoff is Jewish, and Danielle Harris is super Jewish, and that sucks because I love that little packet of furball. I will die if Jerry O'Connell turns out to be Jewish because they already got me with Mark Paul Gosselaar. Greenblatt Bergstein. Oh, God. That's the worst. Steve Greenblatt Bergstein. That's worse. Soleil Moonfry. That was probably my first crush. Then Alyssa Milano. Then probably my girl. And probably Claire Danes.
Cameron Diaz at one point.
And I like girls with fucked up noses, but no. Pre-Rachel, Jennifer Aniston, if that's true. That she knows. No, I have no idea.
I didn't like Friends.
Post Bang Ray J, Kim Kardashian was pretty attractive until she banged Ray J, and then I kind of just like there was a time after she banged Ray J, but before it came viral video where she was just starting to get popular and she blew up, and right up until that video came out, I was. All the Kardashians are tainted, and their tolls need to be paid. No. Did you?
Kathy Ireland.
No. That's no, can't do it. Like, I could definitely like look at her and fantasize about it, but the same thing with Tanya Roberts. Tanya Roberts is gorgeous to look at, but once she opens her mouth, it's gone. Natasha Henstridge, she's actually got a strong voice and is gorgeous. But like Tanya Roberts and Kathy Ireland are just sound like bimbos.
Oh my God! If Alien in LA, if you ever want to watch a Kathy Ireland movie and lose your attraction to Kathy Ireland, Alien from LA or Alien in LA or whatever it is.
No, it's any movie Kathy Ireland's in. Loaded Weapon. It's just she's a bimbo. No matter like how intelligent they try to make her talk, she just sounds like a bimbo. Not like a Valley Girl, but like a bimbo. All right, I'll give Warwick Davis a pass. probably would have given Alan Rickman a pass too. Just like, did he cry? Did you cry? Was there crying involved?
Whatever. High five. Good job.
Yeah. Nice. No, what are you doing? Don't shower.
Good takedown.
Honestly, there's not much difference between Warwick then and Warwick now. He's just gotten a little bit more majestic, a little rounder, but
there's only so many directions a dwarf can grow in.
he's not bad. Of course, Alan Rickman's dead now, and I'm not helping her dig him up. So,
right. That was literally the only celebrity death when everybody was bemoaning all the celebrity death that actually kind of stung. Was Alan Rickman.
I got Alan Rickman was a tough one. I kind of got shocked by Roddy Piper because I thought he had died earlier. And I had went back and look it up, and he had differences of opinion with like the director, who was kind of like a shitbag. Like he thought he was a tough guy, and I'm like, well, Roddy is a tough guy. Like Arnold lifts weights, but he can still knock your head off. like he could beat you up if he got a hold of you. But Arnie wasn't a backroom brawler or anything like that. Mr. T, he was a bouncer and bodyguarded in some dangerous neighborhoods. Don't fuck with Mr. T. And Roddy Piper is right along that line. Like, yeah, he's a fake tough guy now, but he's a fake tough guy because he's a real tough guy.
I got it. My wife's pass is Guy Fieri.
You want him to take her to Flavortown?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting a good meal out of it.
Oh, ew. Dude, you don't know how that sounds.
You're right. I didn't think that through fully.
Yeah, like, all right, but don't shower and come over here. Sit on my lap. Brittany Murphy?
Smell like hot wings.
Come on, Sean. Come on, man.
Oh, it's still warm. Fucking gross, bro.
Oh, that was just ill-advised.
Yeah. Anna Nicole? Yeah, dude. I had a thing for Anna Nicole.
Man, I have to question our friendship now, Sean. What the hell?
I don't, but I'm not going in for hugs anytime soon. What the fuck?
Somewhere between Flavortown and Titty City.
Handshakes at a distance, sir. That's wicked cows. Carrie
Social
Fisher, if you wear the
will be
outfit.
applied.
It was like a bad time for Kenny Rogers to die because it never really hit me because it was like the start of COVID, and his wasn't a COVID death. But I was like, oh, I love Kenny Rogers, but I hadn't really seen Kenny Rogers since the fucking facelift.
Actually went to high school with his and Dolly's PR guy.
Cool.
Brittany Murphy, no. I was kind of surprised by Heath Ledger's death because it came out of nowhere, like Anton Yelchin's death.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't devastated by him like I was for Alan Rickman, but like I was like, oh well, that sucks for those two, because it was like,
especially the way Anton Yelchin died. That's some shady shit.
Yeah.
But he had
mine was Robin Williams. That one just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, especially being a suicide.
Well, and just that way of going lends me between him, the guy from NXS, and David Carradine, makes me wonder if
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, that one too. Well, he probably
Chester
got
Bennington.
no. Bourdain
Bennington?
got Clinton. He got Clinton sided. Anthony Bourdain.
It was the same way though. They it was all autoerotic asphyxiation.
Right. So maybe that gives credence to Randy Quaid's Star Whackers theory, and that's their modus operandi is this weird thing that always gets ruled to suicide for all these people going out that way.
I didn't know that about Joel Schumacher. That sucks. But damn. I didn't even know Joel Schumacher died. Wait, yeah, I did. I did know Joel Schumacher died. I looked it up, but I didn't. I have trouble remembering it.
So if Randy Quaid ever goes out that way, I guarantee you that's going to solidify my theory. Period. And that's just a group of Hollywood power elites. That's how they make people disappear.
Makes sense. Well, I learned about Star Whackers from what's her nut from Kayla Jones from Pussycat Dolls, but she kind of had she was kind of coming out with all sorts of stuff like she was basically an escort for the Pussycat Dolls. And like they'd fly to like the United Arab Emirates and do like personal concerts. I'm like, yeah, that's code for something right there. COVID is also a cover-up. David Carradine seems like he'd be into some weird shit. Not necessarily autoerotic asphyxiation, because like all of the people banging like he had like a mystery about him where he could have still picked up like the 20-year-old actresses on set.
Probably.
Like, even though he looked like he was wafer thin and could fall apart at any time. It's like, are you healthy? But yeah, I mean, like his presence was something.
Yes.
Well, actually, that's
Kaya
Randy
Jones.
Quaid's argument.
Sally Kaya Jones is the Trump supporting Pussycat Doll.
Who are you talking to?
Sally.
Okay, I don't see him. What the I'm in Top Chat, damn it. Live chat. Alright, still don't see what's going on. There it is. Alright. Yeah, that is Kaya Jones. Now she's super Christian and Native American.
Yeah, she super found Jesus, and she's gone a little bit kooky.
Well, or she didn't go kooky at all. Like, she found Jesus and she had to like atone for all of her sins, and naming them was the and that's just how fucked up her life is.
Could be.
Yeah, because I don't doubt that there's producers in Hollywood that are like, I want to bang that chick, bring her over here. Just like Terry Crews talked about, and we don't call him crazy. He got molested by a little Jew producer.
Yeah. Which still boggles my mind that he didn't just level the dude.
Yeah. Because he, like, Hollywood turns badasses into pussies.
I guess.
Like, look at The Rock. Like, you can tell me this fucking giant of a dude. Like, I get it, because the gayest shit I ever did was wrestle in high school. And that shit is super gay. Like, I can't tell you how many nuts I rested on somebody's forehead while trying to get a dominant position, and had done to me. So you get like a oddly comfortable with other dudes. And there is a lot of gayness in wrestling in itself, like professional wrestling. And I'm still not going to dress up as a girl, ever. Or a fucking tooth fairy. And they all do it. Except for Mel Gibson, my man. But like Patrick Swayze dressed up in drag, John Leguizamo, and Wesley Snipes, that's all for just one movie.
Did Dave Chappelle ever do it? I think he did, didn't he?
He did in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. Like, every black man's done it. Besides for, like, Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones. I don't know about Samuel Jackson, but Wesley Snipes, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy.
Well, Martin Lawrence kind of did it as part of his bit. So, was that coerced, or was that just his choice to make a funny skit? Because you could say the same for Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx did it because he was making fun of ugly black women.
Well, I mean, Martin Lawrence has full fucking movies in drag. Big Mama's House.
Yeah. But again, Tyler Perry. But that's kind of like their bit. So is that a coerced bit, or is that just a bit that they made into money? You know what I mean?
When did Mel Gibson dress as a girl? Because I could see, like, William Wallace having to dress as a girl or something like that. Which is different. Dressing like a girl, like putting on like a shawl, is different than acting like a girl. And unfortunately, fucking Kurt Russell dressed like a girl. Like tights, mini skirt, full makeup.
Yeah, when though?
Tango and Cash. Yeah. He played a lesbian, so I mean that's a little something at least. Never gay. I don't know if Arnold dressed as a girl because of Arnold's size, but he did get pregnant. So it's just as bad. When did Mel Gibson dress up as a girl?
Yeah, well, I mean, Monty Python was doing it back in the early 70s.
Oh yeah, and like all of the cast of Benny Hill. But that kind of makes up for itself when you're like surrounded by fucking 19-year-old coos.
Again, I mean, drag has been funny for centuries, and I don't think it's been a coerced thing the entire time. But when Dave Chappelle says that's something weird that Hollywood makes you do, I can agree that's probably something weird that Hollywood makes you do for whatever weird reasons they have, but it doesn't mean that doing it as part of a bit isn't intentional or funny and there's no coercion. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for Martin Lawrence, I'm sure it was not coerced. For Jamie Foxx, it wasn't, because that was literally one of the first bits he got famous for on In Living Color.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like at that point in time, like half the cast of Saturday Night Live has done drag, and I can picture being like that young and doing it. Like Dave Chappelle, one of his first acting roles was Robin Men in Tights.
Yeah,
and they all dress as women. So, but like a Terry Crews dressing as a woman or something like that, that'd be a little weirder. Like a fucking macho dude. Or like Bob goddamn Sapp. 6'6", 325, all muscle, dressing as a chick. And be like, there's something funny here. Michael Clark pretending to be a woman, or not pretending to be a woman, pretending to be gay in a Kentucky Fried Movie with being a hesitant virgin was hilarious. And that's something he could get away with, being a giant of a man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saving myself for Mr. Right. But I think Cat Williams started that, didn't he? And Dave Chappelle agreed with him. Tommy, the fuck's his name? Tommy Robinson? Tommy Robinson. He
Tommy Robinson?
Is it Tommy Robinson?
All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, Garrett.
Isn't Tommy Robinson a small black actor?
Tony Robinson, isn't it?
No, Tony Robinson is is like the life coach. Tommy.
No, you're right. It's Tommy. What is his name?
Tommy Robinson is the English activist. All right, so
no, that's the one that the Voldemort of the UK that they can't ever mention him or bring him up. He's the guy that always got in trouble for arguing against Muslim encroaching into the UK. But you're right. The guy from In Living Color is the guy.
Yeah, Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson. You're right. Yeah, that, and he was also in Black Dynamite.
Was he in Black Dynamite?
He was. He played Green Corn.
That's right. David Allen Greer?
Tommy Davidson.
Yeah, Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was right because of Pete Davidson, but
excuse me.
Was Tommy Robinson in A Low Down Dirty Shame? In Living Color, Bernard on Damon, David Bellows. Yeah. I don't know. Tommy Robinson is an anti-Muslim activist. No, Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson is who I'm thinking of. I like Kean Ivory Wayans. He probably dressed as a woman, but
he did.
He's a big dude.
He did. I think he did.
I know the two youngest did.
Well, yeah, they have a whole movie. But yeah, I think Keenen Ivory did in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, if I'm not mistaken.
That's probably right.
And if he didn't do it in that, he did it then How Not to Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. No, he did everything in that movie.
He was the powerhouse behind that family. I mean, besides Mama Wayans, who gave birth to all of them, but other than that, Keenen Ivory was the
He wrote, directed, and starred in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yeah, he's the talent powerhouse in that family.
Even though Damon's the oldest.
Is he?
Let's see.
I thought
Tommy
Keenen was the oldest. Let's see, Mrs. Wayans' boys.
Keenen Ivory and he's born in 58. Let's see.
Dwayne Wayans. Dwayne Wayans is the oldest. Then Keenen Ivory, who was born in 58.
Yeah, 56, 58. Probably Kim's next.
Damon was 60. Kim was 61. And then Sean was 71 and Marlon was 72.
What the fuck is this bitch? Oh, you ain't a Wayne. You married in. Get out of here, bitch. She was a creator. Oh, no. Best known as former. Kean Ivory Wayne was the creator of In Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was everything about that show.
Not for nothing. He also, oh, okay. So, richest Wayans brothers. Damon Wayans Jr. That's Damon's son, obviously Jr. $5 million. Marlon Wayans, $15 million. Sean Wayans, $30 million. Damon Wayans, $35 million. Kean Ivory Wayans, $65 million. And looking at his IMDb, I love every movie he's ever done. Apparently, Blank Man, loved Blank Man. Meteor Man, loved Meteor Man. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Like the trailblazing linchpin of the sprawling family dynasty of comic entertainers. Multi-talented writer, director, and producer. I didn't see Little Man. Real Husbands of Hollywood. Fucking pass on that.
Let's see. They did Hollywood Shuffle, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, In Living Color the show for 5 years, Mo Money, Blank Man, Low Down Dirty Shame, Major Pain, The Wayans Brothers, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, Wayne Head, Scary Movie, My Wife and Kids, White Chicks. Good Lord, that movie is way older than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Little Man, Thugaboo, The Underground, Dance Flick, and Second Generation Wayans TV show.
He was in Most Wanted, Glimmer Man, A Low Down Dirty Shame. I love those.
That's a good movie.
He was customer number 1 on an episode of Cheers. Yeah, I probably wouldn't care for Little Wayans or Little Man, but I just wish he would have gotten somebody better than fucking. I was always disappointed that I was a big fan of Will Smith, and for him to end up with Jada Pinkett Smith, disappointment.
Well, that he got so involved with her. I mean,
I just don't care for her.
I don't either. He could have.
Emma Stone's playing Cruella DeVille.
Yes.
That's coming out next month.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
I bet. I think Major Payne would have been a much better movie if he didn't have a stupid accent. Mike, have you seen Black Dynamite? Because if you're a fan, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Black Dynamite is like it's almost more than blaxploitation. It's almost exploitation. Oh, blaxploitation. It's like at some point there was somebody drawing out a panel where the fucking boom mic was in the shot that they drew. Like, and in this scene, the boom mic drops down for 6 seconds, and twice Black Dynamite is going to look up at it to notice it's in frame.
Such a good movie.
At this scene, the older fat black man is going to kick the gun out of the guy's hand, but not raise his leg up halfway enough to make it happen. The gun's just going to go flying. But at the same time, we're going to make it look like it's a real fight because we didn't have choreographers.
In this scene, the star's going to smack the thug in the film, but he's going to actually hit him for real, and the thug's going to be mad and come back at him for real.
And give him a dirty look. That's just for regulars. He's custom number 1 because he was black. It's 1984. Let it be. It just said May 2021. And it's almost May.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. And let's not forget May 5th, everybody. Or better yet, for you nerds out there, May the 4th.
It's like a 2-day celebration for Mexican Star Wars fans.
For Latinx Star Wars aficionados.
Now I want to see Mexican Star Wars. Oh, that would be awesome.
Chewie! Like 6 people say, why?
Mel Brooks needs to make a movie. Oh, that would be so awesome.
They go out to the Millennium Falcon, it's on bricks.
I want to see a Cholo exploitation film. Oh my god. By Mel Brooks.
Han Cholo. Big old fluffy dice in the rearview mirror of the Millennium Falcon.
Well, that's even funnier because they try to say that there was a pair of dice from the Millennium Falcon in the retcon new movies. There's literally a pair of hanging dice from the Falcon.
Well, that was from Spaceballs. Spaceballs had the rearview mirror. Millennium Falcon was fucking. It's a big ship. It's not an RV. It's a big fucking ship. Like, you probably could put, like, 400 people on the Millennium Falcon. Like, you never really get a size of it because they're only... I mean, I guess Luke runs through it once to get to a gunner station, but it's like the cockpit, and then right behind it, they're fucking around with that globy thing, but, you know,
it's a freighter, yeah. It's a Corellian freighter.
So it's a lot bigger than they ever made it look.
Yeah, it's meant to haul cargo.
Yeah. Correctly, not get stuck in the Suez Canal.
Sideways.
I mean, I don't know if the Millennium Falcon gets stuck sideways. It's fucking round as a... It's a big old ship, man. They never really covered it.
I want to see the Millennium Falcon on bags.
Hey, you can't go nowhere. You gotta lean.
Give him a little taste. Scrapes as it takes off. That'd be great.
Yeah. The fucking princess would be like 13 years old.
It's a quinceañera.
Yeah, they'd be taking her back for a quinceañera.
We gotta go rescue the princess. She's late for her quinceañera.
Han would shoot first, and they blame it on machismo.
Oh, that's so right.
Oh man, that turned me off of Star Wars so hard. I'm missing 6 films from Star Wars.
I used to talk a lot of shit about the prequels and how I didn't like them and why I didn't like them, but until I saw the latest Disney 3, and holy shit, they're goddamn masterpieces.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just like I heard about like how whiny Anakin is, but I'm like, yeah, they're probably not as bad.
Well, Luke was whiny too, so I mean, it kind of made sense to make Anakin whiny as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a really good story going on in the prequel movies. It's just not in the forefront of the movies.
Yeah. I think
it's there.
It's weird.
There is
how
no
much
good
older.
story. No good story in the new ones.
Mm-hmm. It's just weird how much older Padme is than Anakin.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's a Midwestern school teacher or something.
Oh, I hit too close to home, I say. All right, we're almost at the 3-hour mark. I think I've been lined up to make up for at least one of my missed days.
Wow, we really went long tonight. No wonder he had a shout out. I thought he was just
R2D2 on rims. Gold plating C-3PO, and then he gets carjacked.
I just want to, instead of the Art Deco look they gave him, he's got more of like a I don't even know what Deo de los Muertos look.
Yeah, C-3PO's got half a face of fucking black and white skeleton.
And skull, and these lots of like he's got a candle in his middle to Saint Mary, and there's a lot of potential there. That needs to be a thing. Why is that not a thing yet? How is that not a thing yet? My God.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Oh, it's just so ripe. How is that not a thing? My God.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Oh my God, that needs to be a thing.
The only problem would be like how knocked up Leia is in the gold bikini.
Oh my God.
And like the whole like she's battling everything and she's 4 months pregnant.
Jabba with a great big sombrero and his really greasy long mustache.
A fucking like,
Jabba, that is just
see.
Yeah, and then his band could play mariachi music. Oh, how is that not a thing yet? My God. How did it take 40 years, 45 years to get here? Good Lord, that needs to be a thing.
Well, hold on now. Let's look up YouTube, see if there's any Mexican Star Wars. I mean, Carlos Mencia had to do something.
I don't see any videos. One comedian makes some offhanded jokes.
Trevor Noah, Mexican Jedi.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mexican Star Wars medley.
Oh, that is such a ripe target for a good Mel Brooks sort of spoof movie. Hell, even a Wayans Brothers spoof movie.
There end up being cops in space. Get pulled over for not having a registered Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. All right, let's get out of here and go to the off hours.
All right. All right, ready to go.
See if Steven's there to talk about his weird boners.
Yay.
Oh, the Death Star blows up, candy flies out.
Oh, this has got to. I'm gonna have to write down all these ideas and like make something of it. I gotta pitch this because this is just too ripe.
Like, Lily, what's your other half besides Asian? Oh, never mind. Thought it might be something later or something useful. You are from California.
Yeah, well, let's get off here before we talk about that. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Well, I believe in good vibrations